Welcome, welcome everyone. It's time for Human Design Oracle readings and I Ching throwing the coins. You want to introduce yourself as you hop on? I'm just getting things set up. It's been a lovely, restful day. Hopefully everyone who wants to hop on this evening has been able to find the link. I'm just putting some lotion on, getting set up. So just introduce yourself. If you feel comfortable sharing where you're from, where you're at, how's your day? If you're new to the readings, what we do is we use the Chinese I Ching method of throwing the coins. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing? Well, I am going to get my little sticky note out so I can write, because the thread will disappear in a moment. Let's see. How was your day? Did you have a good day? Resting today. That's the way my days turned out. It's been very fascinating. Oh, there's a song from Joe versus the Volcano that I have going in my mind. What is it? And I can't remember the rest of the words. Always sounds soothing to me, that song. I think it is Blue Moon. I don't know who sings it. Hey, Stephanie. How was your day? Catherine and I have decided it's been a very restful day. I had a very lovely nap. It was twice as long as I thought I wanted it to be, but the universe said, no, you get to have an extra long nap. It was super amazing. Christina, nice to have you here. So you tried and it kicked you off. Okay, well, if it boots you out again, just click the link I sent you and hop right back in here with us. I'm not able to see specifically who is on here. All it says is this many viewers, and like it doesn't give me names. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Sometimes it shows viewers are on here and then they can't comment, or like that one day when I thought I was in here all by myself. That was funny. So I just hurried up and did the readings, and then when I got off, I saw that there were like 5 people on there. That was funny. Who'd have thunk? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a clear slate. We are ready to go. Now, Christina, do you know, I can't remember if you've been on here with us before. Tell me where you're at on the Human Design System, if you've been playing with it already, or if you've done throwing the coins before or not, because I can briefly go over that if that will be helpful for you. And I'm happy to do that. Okay, real quick, we've got angel cards for the oracle part. Let's see, get them at the right angle. We have astrology dice, so we can do a reading doing the step astrology as well, which turns out making a very nice storyline. And we have crop circle cards, which we haven't used for a little bit. So, you know, you're welcome to get a crop circle card. These are created from actual crop circle formations. Freddie Silva had someone create them. Well, that's kind of super cool. That's cool. And I really love this one. I mean, this is one of my faves. So Freddie Silva had someone make them, and where he came to Salt Lake City, and he showed those to us and asked us, whoever bought them, to play with them. And I've been playing with them ever since. I think it's been possibly 18 years or something, but I just really, really love them. And then our guest deck tonight is the Fifth Agreement. So we have those cards here for us. And let's see. I'll just run through the decks, Christina, so you can see what's here. This is Julia Cameron's I put that on backwards. 64 Ways to Be Thankful. And I love, love, love this deck. The cards are absolutely gorgeous, and they have beautiful messages on them. I'm gonna have to say, I wish all my card decks were made out of the same material, because this is my easiest deck to use next to my alphabet deck, but I think they're made out of the same material. So it's very, very easy. If you want an alphabet card drawn, then I have the alphabet deck here. And as I've mentioned, that's beautiful energies, and some of you have gotten card draws from that. And then we have Rosie Aronson's Wisdom Keeper deck. So she drew a bunch of beautiful pictures for each one of the hexagrams, or the gene keys. And they each have a little story that goes with them, and then a beautiful dragonfly key on the back. So those are nice. And if you want a question but you don't know what question it's not coming to you, then we can draw a card from the inquiry cards, and each one of these have questions on the back. They're all in a hexagram shape mandala wheel thing. Christina, I have no idea what you want me to do. Well, we're kind of not at that part yet, but when it's your turn, you can tell me which card, or out of all the things that I just showed you, to draw from for your own individual reading. Okay, all right. And so since you have your own question, you can write it down on a post-it note, or if you're comfortable sharing it here in the group, just bear in mind this is a public group, so we don't know who's going to see it, right? So if it's a personal, private question, just hold it in your heart space, and we will work from there, and you let me know, out of all this information here that I just showed you, the card decks, etc., that you would like me to draw from to look at potentials for the energy of your question. And also, I do card readings, oracle readings, whatever have you, not from a predictive standpoint, but from opening up a different perception or a different point of view regarding challenges that we have been experiencing in our life. So, and also a quick reminder for the group is these readings are for educational or entertainment purposes only, not for diagnosing and prescribing. The human design system includes like DNA and body parts associated with hexagrams and stuff. So I feel like we need to put that in there. So bearing that in mind, and they're not for predictive purposes, but for consideration and contemplation as potential next steps, and to use the wisdom of and discernment of your own human design chart. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to do I Ching, throwing the coins, and that will be a group reading. So you can, Christina, you can hold your question in your heart space as we do for both, you know, for the oracle readings, and then you can focus on the same question for your own card draws, drawing from these cards here. All right. Oh, and we have one of our favorite card decks is a physical action card deck. And it has little physical suggestions for physical activities. Like this one, it says be in silence. This one says receive. So those can be added to your card draw as well. So, okay. You're so welcome, Christina. It's nice to have you here. Okay. If you're just hopping on, we're going to start with the I Ching, throwing the coins. What we do is we take 3 coins, and I love using Chinese coin replicas, but you can use, and you don't need to throw a coin at home, but once you see how it's done, you might like to go do that for yourself. So you can use 3 nickels or 3 dimes or 3 quarters, just so they're coins of the same size and weight to throw. And the important thing is that there's a heads or a tail on it. I would imagine you can make your own as long as they're out of a, you know, material that would produce the same weight or whatever. And then you hold a question in your heart space, focus or a concern. Ideally, it would be a yes or no question, but a very clear question for what you're concerned about, or just the concern itself. The other option is what's best for me to hear right now, and then see what comes forward for you, and notice any ahas that come forward from throwing the coins. We're also going to use this chart. It is available in the Chiron study group as a PDF, and then I think I also posted a graphic. So this is what we're going to refer to. You'll notice that there's upper trigram, and that's the ones on the top, and the lower trigrams. So together, a lower trigram and an upper trigram forms a hexagram. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to roll for a hexagram here, and we will go through each line of the hexagram. There's 6 lines in each hexagram, and we'll roll the coins for each line. And then while we hold the concern or the challenge in mind that we're experiencing in our life right now, or the question, if there's any what's called changing lines, then it will form a new hexagram that we are being invited to potentially step towards, if that is correct for us, or to contemplate or consider. So that's what we will be doing. I just noticed. Huh? Look at that. Your message for today. Okay. So on the back of the board, All right, so is everyone ready to start? I'm going to get me a sip of water. You have your questions, etc. in mind. If you're on the call, what I do is I write everybody's names down. I have three people's names down, and Facebook is showing me there's 5. If you're wanting to join in on the oracle readings, go ahead and just say hi, and you don't have to make any other comments, but so I can do readings for you if you would like oracle card readings done for you individually. So you don't need to hop out and say hi if you don't want to, but if you want cards drawn for you for the personal card draw, then go ahead and say something. Hi, Deanna. How are you doing? It's lovely to have you here this evening. And I am writing down your name so that I can do, because I do the oracle readings, individual oracle readings, in the order that everyone shows up on the call. So I will miss you if you don't make a comment, and because I won't know who you are, because Facebook doesn't show me your name or anything. It just says how many people are, their platform is telling me is on the call. And that could be more or less than what's showing. So, okay, as we've discovered. All right, so let's, after all of our running around today, let's go ahead and just pause for a moment. Deanna says, I'm well, thank you, excited to be here, but I am new to most of this. Okay. All right, well, we will just go through the flow of it, and I just described everything. So when the replay posts, you can go back and look at it so you don't feel lost, but that's on there for this evening. So we will walk you through everything as we go through it. Okay, Deanna? If you have any questions, then just let us know and we will answer the best we can. Christina says yes for personal. Okay, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and just come into your heart space. We'll take a moment and center in our core energy field. After our busy days, we're all of us having a busy day. And notice or invite a glowing ball of energy to form in your heart space, right in your core energy field. And with each in-breath and out-breath, that it expands and fills up your auric field. Notice any specific color, or if it remains white, or if there's rainbow colors. Could be golden plasma, platinum light, silver. And when it reaches the edge of your auric field, notice the energy fields of those who are on the call here with us or watching the replay, and send them some light to boost up their energy fields as well. Notice all the rainbow colors emanating from everyone, blending together in the same light field. So in the quantum field, there's zero restrictions of time or space. You might hear children's laughter, the wind in the trees, crickets chirping in spirit space. And notice off in the distance some beautiful balls of light, messages for this evening, answers to our concerns or options, different ways of viewing things, potentials speeding rapidly to our space. And each one goes in to our heart spaces where they know exactly where they belong. Return to your own heart space. Nice deep breath in. And opening your eyes. Stephanie says, I'm listening, but I'm away from my desk. I'm wrestling with putting a mattress cover on. Stephanie, oh, many blessings for that. Okay. All right. Okay, what we're going to do is hold your question or your challenge or concern in your heart space. I'm going to roll the coins. I have my 3 little coins here in my hand. And I'm going to roll them for the first line now. So, okay. All right, and we have 2 heads and a tail. And that is what's called a yang line. So that's a straight, unbroken line. And in the I Ching, that is a male archetypal energy because it's a doing energy. And then rolling for the second line, holding your question or challenge in your heart space. Okay, we have 2 tails and 1 head, so that is a yin line. The yin or broken line, and I'll show you on how I've written it right here. So this is the yang line. So yeah, it's a straight line. The yin line is a broken line. The yin energy is feminine archetypal energy, open, receptive, flowing. The yang line is a straight, unbroken line, is male archetypal energy. Okay, and for the third line, hold your question or message, challenge that you've been having in your heart space. Okay, and we have our first changing line, which is 3 tails. So 3 tails is the yin line. So that's the broken line, yin, open, receptive, and it is changing to help form the second hexagram, which will be which will be recorded over on the other side. So you can see yin line changing in the new hexagram will be a yang line. Okay, and now rolling for our fourth line, hold your concern in your heart space, your question. Okay, we have 2 tails and a head, which is a yin line on the fourth line. And the fifth line, 2 tails and 1 head, which is a yin line. And for the 6th line, okay, we have 2 heads and a tail, which is a yang line. Okay, so we have 1 changing line. I'm going to show you. We have 1 changing line, which is, if the camera will focus on it, there we go. We have 1 changing line, which is the 3rd line. So now I'm going to transfer all these other ones over here. It will create a new hexagram that we have an invitation to potentially move forward from one perspective to another. That's what a changing line brings, is a new perspective, a new energy that's invited to, that we can step towards if we wish to do so. So this is what it looks like now. All right, so let's see which hexagrams these are. So on the lower trigram in the first, the initial hexagram thrown, that is yang, yin, yin, and you start from the bottom. That's why the 1 is on the bottom. Hi, Roxanne. It's nice to have you. I'm going to write your name down so I make sure that you get your reading. Roxanne. Okay, here we go. Yang in Yin, which is thunder. We have been having a lot of thunder trigrams rolled in our hexagrams for the last 6 months. So, you know, that's an invitation for a wake-up call. Let's see. And then on the upper is the mountain. So it is mountain above. And I'm just drawing on here. Mountain above, thunder below, and let's find out which hexagram this is. It's gate 27. So this has to do with self-care. It has to do with nurturing and nourishing oneself. So the gate of nurturing, but you know, you could just call it the gate of self-care. And then, and I'll show the chalkboard here again in just a moment. So the next one is changing to, we've got fire below, and then we have mountain above. So that's gate 22. Gate 22. And that is the gate of grace. Gate of grace. I like to call gate 22 the Cinderella gate because Cinderella remained gracious and graceful, even though she was under a lot of pressure from circumstances that had occurred in her life, in her household. Okay, so this is where everything's ended up. We have the gate 27, which is the suggested energy that we've been playing with right now, or where we're sitting right now. The gate 27 is in the defense, tribal defense circuitry and the human design body graph. So this is all about making sure you're taking care of yourself so that you have plenty of life force energy or workforce energy to take care of others when it's correct timing or correct to do so at all. And then gate 22, the invitation to move toward grace or graciousness, or being graceful, or receiving God's grace, so to speak. And contemplating the energy of what that might look like for us in our life from where we're at right now. Okay, so I'm going to get the our little book of lines out here. And all right, so we're going to be referring to Shaitan Parkin's Book of Lines that's specifically put together for the human design system. If you don't have one, that's okay, but it is available on Kindle and as a print on demand from Amazon. So that's the book we're going to be referring to. And probably mostly I'm going to be referring to my beat up copy because I have notes in there. But I want to show you the clean copy if I need to show you the pages. So what we'll do is we'll turn to, if you have your own copy at home, if you want to turn to page 27, and we're going to be referring to page, that page for page, excuse me, for gate 27, not page 27. I guess you could call it page 27 if you want to. That's the numbering in the book. Okay, so on the body graph, gate 27 sits right here on the left-hand side of the sacral center. I had to look at it because it is all turned around in my camera here. And it's part of the channel of preservation. So this is all about taking care of the tribe, specifically late teen years and young adult age, and making sure that healthy values are instilled into the tribe, taking care of the tribe. And then our Astro Step astrology moves from step 2 at the first line through step 7. So it's in the first decan, so it has, this is all about, it'll appear that when you go, you know, you see that someone needs care, like a child, a friend, your, you know, a family member, someone else that their nurturing and care, it will appear, is more important than yours. Now, if this is an infant, of course, infants take precedence, as we all know from those that are mothers. And you stop and take care of the infant and get help if you need to get help, but then make sure that you're nurturing and caring for yourself so you have plenty of energy to be taking care of your little one. But listening to your design, making sure that you have care for yourself so that you have plenty of energy to take care of others around you. From there, we're moving to the gate of grace, which is gate 22. Gate 22. So this is over on the emotion center, so it has to do with how you're feeling. If you're feeling gracious or if you're feeling mean, you know, like the ugly stepsisters and the stepmother, right? They were not behaving very gracious to Cinderella. So that's one reason that I love giving Cinderella as an example for this gate, because it fits perfectly. The channel here is the channel of openness, so being open to share your talents, connecting socially with others. It's in the individual knowing circuit, so it comes back to being your own self, being your individual self, and checking within your inner knowingness. It can also be associated with the right ear. So the right ear. And then the step astrology here is in the first line. It starts with step 17 and goes on up to step 22, which is, that's interesting because it is gate 22. So it's in the second decan. This has to do with things that are going on in your environment. So what I'm seeing here is the invitation to nurture yourself. It's like when you're on the airplane and the steward or stewardess stands up at the front and they demonstrate how to use the oxygen mask, etc., etc. And they say, if the oxygen mask comes down, put it on yourself first. That's so that you can help people that you have specific concern for, and that you don't pass out if the oxygen has reduced in the cabin, because then everybody passes out if you don't take care of yourself first. But if you put the oxygen mask on yourself first, then you'll be able to get oxygen while you help other people and your loved ones. Okay? Get their oxygen masks on as well. Let me read this. The third line that's changing, it says being resourceful, recognizing who and what is nourishing in any situation. Your constant search for nourishment often looks for it needlessly and in unsuitable places. So there's a caution here with this changing line, is making sure that you're hanging out with people that are uplifting and nourishing and nurturing for yourself as well as themselves. If it's in balance, it will, whatever the environment, will be nourishing and nurturing for both of you, not for just one of you, but for both of you. And looking for innovative ways of creating nourishment and nurturing in that situation. So there's a caution here to look for nourishment needlessly. So making sure, do you actually need, this mint chocolate chip ice cream, or this pizza, or this chocolate bar, or whatever it is, or not? Like, is it truly necessary? Is it time to be doing that? I mean, nourishment can come in many forms. It could come in the form of a nap. It could come in the form of getting in the shower. It could come in the form of, okay, the example just came to me as if you're a mother and you have small children and there's not anyone in the house to help with the small children, you wouldn't go and soak in the tub for 3 hours and leave them out there by themselves, right? So that would not be a good timing for getting in the tub and soaking, because you would want to make sure that your children are safe and taken care of. And so you would wait until they're down in their beds for the night. That would be a better time to offer that kind of nourishment. So using wisdom there, and instead of creating an unsuitable condition, if that makes sense. Okay, that's in the spirit of the now, because that is the first hexagram that we rolled. The invitation is to move towards the gate of grace. And let's read the third line here. It says, enchanting, grace in perfection, a charmed life, good fortune. You embody grace as all things wondrous, aligning yourself with simple universal truths. So the guidance here is to move from any unsuitable, like I just described, any unsuitable temptation of nourishment, like maybe the timing is off, or it's not going to keep you on your goals for your physical well-being, and to wait until correct timing to get, the hot chocolate, or get in the tub or whatever, and wait for those correct timing, because it might not be correct, and allow that energy of grace, perfect grace, even miracles, because gate 22 has to do with opening the door to receiving miracles in your life, and great good fortune. I like to refer to this like every single line in the gate 22 is a positive, uh, lovely expression. So the first line, it says being gracious. Second line is being charming. The third line is being enchanting. The fourth line is being impressing. The fifth line is inner beauty. And the sixth line is being sophisticated. So every single line, all 6 lines, are beautiful, beautiful energy to invite into our lives. And I like how this says, embody grace as all things wondrous, aligning yourself with simple universal truths. So what are potentials of that? That could be positive affirmations or declarations. It could be meditating and inviting lovely energy into your space from the universal flow or universal mind. Allowing God's source to take care of you, and guide your life and be with you, and inviting the angelic realms or your guides, however you view that in your life, to come and be companion to you as you move throughout your day, and help you in accomplishing whatever it is that you are wanting to accomplish. Okay, so I'm hoping that's hitting. You're welcome to share any ahas or If you want more clarity, I can roll the astrology dice if anyone wants a little bit more, maybe little message added to that. If you want, I'm happy to do that. It looks like we have more people on the call. If you want to go ahead and say hi, so that if you want your own individual oracle readings, that's why I have these other cards here. We just finished up the group reading for throwing the coins, the I Ching coins. And if you would like cards drawn for your own personal reading, then go ahead and say hi in the thread. So, in the comment thread. All right. Okay, so let me know if that reading was helpful or not. If you haven't had any ahas or anything. If not, then we will leave it right there and we'll move on to the group readings for the evening. Okay, alrighty. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move forward. It looks like everyone's good. And Catherine, do you have a specific card deck? Deanna says, super interesting. Love those gates. Yep, that's I think they're a couple of my most favorite gates inside of the body graph chart. Christina says, yes, that was very helpful. Very good. Very good. Okay. Catherine was the first one to hop on the call. So we're going to do Catherine's reading first. If you're on the call and have not made a comment yet, but you would like oracle reading for yourself, go ahead and just say hi or give a thumbs up or a heart or emoji or whatever, and I will add you to the list here. I use a little sticky note and I write everybody's names down in the order that they arrive on the call so that I be sure and get everyone, because the feed, it disappears on the live feed thing in Facebook, so I write everybody's names down. So if you want to be on that list, just let me know. Rosie Aronson's deck and an angel card. Okay, very good. Alrighty. These are big enough. I'm just going to do them this way. Okay, if everyone would like to send Catherine, hold Catherine in a field of light for her reading. Send her some love. Here. All right. Ooh, you got 2 cards popped out. They were stuck together, Catherine. So let's see what they say. The first one is Gate 6, the gate of diplomacy. In the human design system, this is the gate of conflict resolution. And then this one here is the gate of acceptance, which is gate 25. So the first one, gate 6, and the second one, the gate of universal love or acceptance in the gene keys. I like this one. It reminds me of oh, what's his name? Oh my goodness. Is it Ojo? Am I getting that right? Oh my goodness. I can't remember his name. I think that's what it is. I have his chart in I'm just gonna, because I have this feeling it might be Osho. There we go. I knew I put a J in there. Oh, how funny. Okay, thank you, Catherine. Yeah, this image reminds me of Osho. And he definitely lived his life in a space of acceptance. So moving from like emotional drama is what I'm getting, to a space of love and acceptance. This is universal love, like unconditional love, Catherine. Um, the gate 6 can also, if there's a lot of emotional drama kicked up, this can affect the actual pH balance in the body system. So being careful of that. And the 6th gate also carries the emotional tone in the room wherever they are. So say you're at a family gathering and you hold that energy in your body graph. Well, there might be 3 or 4 other people holding that energy in their body graph as well, and everyone in the room will feel that. And if it's an uplifting energy, that's delightful, right? But if there's somebody that's feeling depressed or down, it can actually draw down or cause the energy of the group to drop. And we've all been in that kind of a situation where all of a sudden the energy just shifts when a certain person walks in the room. And this might be one of the reasons why. So what I'm seeing here is an invitation to move from any conflict and do whatever is necessary to notice how can you reduce any friction, potential friction that might be occurring, and moving to a space of allowing and accepting of things and the way that they're going, because the storyline here is, even after all the efforts you've made, there are little things in life that can, still happen, that go wrong. And being in an acceptance space and allowing space and still loving what is can be super hard, but that is the invitation here. So let's see the angel cards. And for anyone who is new on the call, these are little angel cards, and I will show you the cover of the book when I go to open it. I've been using these for about, I don't know, it's probably 20 years now. And I absolutely love them. There's little messages in the book that goes with them. So on the back, there is a name of a little angel that's suggested to receive a message from. Okay. And the angel of change, which matches these 2 cards here that were just drawn for you. So let's see what the angel of change has for you, Catherine. Oh, let me hold up the book. This is the book. I don't know if it's still available. I have not looked for it. Universal Cards, Angelically Inspired, by Juliet Jaffrey Hubbs and Nora Monaco. So I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of them, so if they're not on Amazon. Let's see. Checking for the paragraph. You may already know that it is time for a change. Don't hold on to the past out of fear of the unknown. If you're holding on to things past their time, the universe usually steps in to provide an unexpected possibility. Often this appears as an unpleasant change. So not finding it very comfortable. Just know that you're constantly being nudged in the right direction so you can experience your greatest and highest good. So what I'm getting is trust the direction that you are heading. Be in a space of allowing and acceptance. And maybe if there's any challenges that have come up, Catherine, or that you are working on long-term over time, consider writing those challenges as a gratitude statement inside of your gratitude journal. For example, if it's a broken leg, just, or a sprained ankle or something. I am grateful for this sprained ankle. That's what it could sound like. or a constant upset stomach. I'm grateful for this upset stomach and everything I'm learning from it now. So the more you're grateful for the circumstances that are occurring, then it can start loosening it up. And I'm going to have to say it's one of the most powerful things that I've done for myself in my life. So, because it will start shifting is what I've learned. It does start shifting the situation, whatever the situation is. Roxanne says they look really cute because they're so small. The angel cards, is that what you mean, Roxanne? I like them. I don't know. Everything small looks cute to me. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Hey, Crystal. You know, anything that's tiny looks cute to me. Like all these little crystals behind me. That's why I have them there. I just love them. Love them in my environment. I love looking at them. So, okay. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful, Catherine. All right, so Stephanie, you are next, my dear. So if you have specific card that you would like drawn from. Stephanie says, crop circle, please. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we'll shift the little crop circle cards. They are slippery little things because I have them laminated. They just kind of fall together really nice. I have a couple of super expensive card decks or irreplaceable card decks, so I have laminated them so they stay safe, and this is one of them. Catherine says, thank you, the reading fits. Very good. Okay, if everyone can send Stephanie some love and light. And one more time. Okay. And out. Oh, I don't know. This would be hilarious if we've drawn this one before for you, Stephanie. And I have this little feeling that we might have. Let's see if we can get the camera to. You're going to put a piece of paper behind it and see if the camera will focus. There we go. There we go. We have. So you get it. You get to receive it again into the portal. Okay, I will hold this up here for you so you can receive the energy from it. Reminds me of a comet. Okay. You know, the movie The Last Mimsy, where at the end it shows that big mandala up in the sky in the portal. This is kind of what it's reminding me of, like inviting you to move into your next level up is what this is reminding me of. Like what's coming is allow the energy to move and to move you into your next level. Oh, maybe this is an invitation to watch it. It's a very delightful film. I love it. My children and my husband watched it before me, and they were like, Mom, you have to watch this. It was super amazing because the scene opens with a classroom of children out in a meadow with their school teacher, and at the end is like in the future. And I don't want to I'd rather you get the full experience of watching that scene, but it's super amazing. Like, it's right down my alley, by the way, this film, which is why my family was so excited for me to see it. Oh, Stephanie says, yeah, that has been a common theme lately. Okay, so invite yourself, allow yourself to move to your next level. Move through whatever portals are necessary. There's several portals here. Through whatever portal's necessary for you to move there. It's got number 35 on there. There is not a name, but let's look in the angel numbers book and at number 35 and see what extra little message is in here. Oh, the name of the movie. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. The Last Mimsy. Mimsy being spelled Mimzy. It kind of brings in the Alice in Wonderland thing. Oh, gosh, that even goes with this, right? Yeah, just falling down the rabbit hole. Oh my goodness. That was unintentional. Yeah, super awesome movie. We have it on DVD. Roxanne said, hey, Roxanne, you can come over and watch it with me. Yeah. Yeah, I just love it. It's one of my favorite films. I've not watched it in forever, so maybe it's an invitation for all of us. Let's see what the angel numbers book. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll send you a text, Roxanne. We can decide on when is a good time to do that. Okay. My sitting room is cluttery right now. I'm just gonna have to tell you it's in a process in there, so we're doing some repairs. Okay, so gate 35, or excuse me, number 35 in the angel numbers book, it says, the ascended masters are asking you to make changes to increase your spiritual awareness and power. Team up with these loving and powerful masters to heal or to help you release those parts of your life that are no longer serving you and the light. Yeah, so call on the ascended masters to power up on spiritual awareness and help you release whatever it is that no longer serves in your life. Okay. Beautiful. The Last Minute. This is that film totally applies to that as well. Okay. All right. Beautifulness. Okay. Yay. All righty. Let's see. Christina, you are next. All right. Looks like we have more people on here. Say hi. Say boo or whatever. If you want an oracle reading. Okay. Because I won't know who you are, and I'd love to do oracle reading for you. Don't want to leave anyone out. So Christina, is there a specific card deck or anything here that we've been playing with that you feel drawn to for your card reading? Roxanne says, I'm going to be driving again in a minute. If I lose reception, it has been beautiful to be with everyone. Okay, thanks for letting us know, Roxanne. And I will go ahead and do your reading even if you're not on here with us, okay? Okay, beautiful. So Christina, were there specific card deck or anything? Like there's astrology dice, there's these cards that we've used. Picture favorite. Can you give me more information about that? Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for saying hi. I'm adding you here to our list. We're happy to have you here with us. We've done a group reading for everyone. You can watch the replay in the group when it's done, and so you can see what our focus is. But when we do the oracle readings, we first start out with a group reading, and then now we're in the section where we're doing individual oracle readings. So Christina says, pick your favorite. I missed your descriptions of the cards. Okay, well, I will ask Spirit to guide me which card deck for you in your reading. I'm getting this one, the fifth agreement. So we all probably we're familiar with the book, which was an awesome book and still is awesome. And there's a card deck that goes with that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw. It has very earthy tones in it. So grounding, an invitation for grounding is the impression I'm getting so far right out of the chute for you, Christina. Jennifer says, perfect. Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, we love having new people. It's every Wednesday evening, Jennifer and Christina, for Oracle readings. So you're definitely invited to join us. Receive some nurturing from the group energy and receive readings. Okay. All right. All of these cards are different, so I'm going to close my eyes so I don't get distracted by patterns. Let's see this one right here. Oh, nice. Okay, it says, love and respect myself. Let me put the paper behind it again so the camera can focus. There we go. I love and respect myself. I like that there's a mirror image in the water. It's very beautiful. I don't know what kind of bird this is. If anyone knows, if you want to put that in the comments. The comment on the back, the message, it says, I see my authentic self and I love what I see. I see the magnificence of my presence. I see the perfection in me, and this breaks any doubts that anyone else ever put in my head. So, trusting in yourself, Catherine says it is a heron. I can look in the in our spirit animal book for that as well. Let's do that. We'll look up heron in there. Let me notice any information coming through. Like if you've been doubting yourself at all, I think a crane. Well, look at the pictures, okay? If you're in a position to look up the difference between a heron and a crane and see which one matches the image. Because look, he's got feathers under his neck and he's got that little feather wisp on the top of his head. So anyway, this is an encouragement or an invitation to love yourself. So what I'm getting, and this might be a little uncomfortable, Christina, depending on where you're at, is maybe do some eye gazing with yourself in the mirror and send love to yourself. Like specifically, have a me date with yourself and maybe soak in the tub or go to the jacuzzi if you have your own jacuzzi, or if you might need to go to the gym. And send love to yourself. Maybe have a nice cup of tea, a relaxing evening, and plan that if that is not possible for this evening. But if you can be in that space for yourself this evening, and write down, maybe make a list of things that you really love about yourself. And if you struggle with that list, then do some gratitude statements regarding what you love about yourself. And really be with yourself. Let me see. It says, I see the perfection in me, and this breaks any doubt that anyone else ever put in my head. So if you've had situations, because this has just happened, when I put my head up, there was a little bit of dizziness. So Christina, everybody send Christina some love. Sometimes talking about loving yourself this way can be a little unbalancing or feel strange to people. So just in case, let's send Christina some love. If anyone's ever made any comments to you, which, you know, throughout our lives, particularly as children, people can make comments to us that cause us to doubt ourselves. So sending love to any situations in your life that might have brought that up or occurred. Yeah, let me see. There we go. Jennifer says, black-capped night heron that is visiting me in my backyard looks more like an egret. Okay, let me see. Let's look in here. We'll look up, see if she's got egret. Has a feather on top. That's a heron. Okay, all right. Let's look at heron first then. Heron. And she's got magical stuff. She's got magical animals in here, you guys, too. I just love it. Okay, Wisdom of the Wild Ones book by Bernadette King. That's what I'm looking in. Yep, it's a heron for sure. Here's the picture. Okay, here's the picture. Heron. So we'll look at the prayer and we'll see what the attributes are, Catherine, for loving and respecting oneself, as this card suggests. I'm going to read the totem animal section because that's what I'm checking here. It says, people born with a heron totem animal are solitary by nature. They do not like any interference in private matters. Their circles are small, with at least one person being a mate. While they seem at ease in a group after a social occasion, they are happy to retreat once more. If heron is your birth totem, and that's not necessarily, but we've pulled the card here, so we want the message of it. You like a lot of diversity. Throughout your life, your learning wisdom involves an eclectic mix of topics. You can put on one of many hats, play several roles, and are adept at anything you try to do. Okay. And it says, with heron as your birth totem, you don't expect people. What I'm getting from that is this card draw is about you. You specifically loving yourself and respecting yourself. And maybe doing some cave time. Setting boundaries is what the key energies here is. Being in a space of cooperation, sitting in meditation, focusing on your personal purpose, doing some inner soul searching, and wisdom and virtue. So valuing yourself from that angle. Okay. The prayer here, it says, beloved heron, guide me in meditation as I turn inward for self-awareness. Support me in walking the path of wisdom and virtue daily. Unite me with heron power, medicine, and magic within for understanding God's will in my life. Okay, beautiful. Thank you everyone for looking up the bird, and Catherine. That was so helpful. Okay, Christina, I'm hoping that was helpful. All right, I'm going to pop that back in the deck. Okay, beautiful. All right. I feel like adding a key to that, Christina. I have little keys with words on them. There's not very many of them, but let's see which one pops out. This one says some memory. So maybe my intuitive hit of a childhood memory where something unbalancing occurred. Someone doubted you. So the key is accessing your memory in the past of some memory in childhood. Okay. All right, very good. All right, beautiful. Deanna, is there a specific card deck that you were drawn to for your reading this evening? I get a sip of water here. Okay, all right. I will see which one hops out to me. a physical action card, and let me see, this gratitude deck. So we will draw a card from the gratitude deck first. Everyone can send energy. Christina says, thank you, everyone. It did not print my message. What do you mean it did not print my message? Oh, okay. It didn't show it in the thread. You already made a comment and it didn't show it. Is that what you mean, Christina? And I don't remember if we sent Christina Light, but if everyone could send Christina Light and then Deanna as we do Deanna's card draw here. Okay, beautiful, Christina. I wanted to make sure it was all in my first message. Okay, all right, beautiful. Yeah, sometimes Facebook doesn't get everything on there, and this live feed thing, it goes all weird sometimes. So, okay, definitely say something if you post and I don't respond to it. Do say something again, okay? Because I want to make sure I reply to you or respond to you. Okay, Deanna. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes because all of these beautiful flowers are different. Let me see, this one right here. Oh, lovely. Okay, look, a sunflower. Center of a sunflower. My life is valuable. If the camera will focus. Where'd that? I know, I can. That was funny. Misplace a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 sheet right in front of me. Okay, here we go. There we go. That was nice. My life is valuable. So notice all of the pattern in the middle. And what's coming to me, Deanna, right out of the chute is trust the patterns in your life. Let your gifts shine. And don't be afraid to share your gifts when you feel impressed to do so. Let me see what the message is on the back. It says, I value my sense of history. I am alert to the many colorful and enjoyable episodes in my own life's unfolding. So trust the path that your life has taken. And then also, I'm being guided to my alphabet deck here to the letter A. So let me find, because the letter A is the star, and it invites us to be the star in our own life. I'll put this on the paper here so it will, it's being a nice little trick. So the camera will focus on it. So it says spiritual stardom, transforming ego into spirit. So forming the letter A in the way that is shown can be uplifting and supportive for being the star in your own show of your life, basically. And the affirmation, it says, today I will notice how my personality affects others and will grow from that knowledge. Here, I will show the back of the card as well. This is the Vimala alphabet font, and I am a Vimala alphabet instructor, which is one of the reasons I really love this card deck, but you can see how beautiful the handwriting is with it. But today I will notice how my personality affects others and will grow from that knowledge. So back to this card, valuing yourself, allowing your gifts to shine out into the world, and the knowledge that you've attained. Basically, your personality, though, like your gifts and your talents and the personality that you have in the world. And then let's get this physical action card to add to that. Okay. It says, recall a recent miracle. Oh, that is really cool. So maybe journal, more gratitude journaling, like what's been coming up in our readings tonight. So valuing your gifts and talents, being the star in your own show, share your gifts and talents when you feel drawn to doing so, and focusing on the energy of any recent miracles. That could be listening to a bird call, the grass is starting to grow, the flowers are starting to come up and poke their heads through the soil. It's warming up finally outside, at least it is in our area, and I'm hoping it is for you as well. You know, having rain or snowfall, those kinds of things, those are life's miracles, but there may have been something even bigger for you that you can focus on. Okay. Right. Okay, Deanna. Thank you for being here with us. All right, and Roxanne, if you're able to, or if you've been able to stay on the call with running around in the car, if not, then I will go ahead and we'll send you some light, and then we will draw cards for you. I'll wait just a moment to see if you're still on here. Deanna says it kept buffering. Will there be a replay? I love what I did here. Thank you. Okay. The replay will automatically go into the group, Deanna, so you'll be able to go in, and your reading was about, I would say, an hour and 10 minutes into it is where you would want to look. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, Roxanne, what it feels like for me is use the astrology dice, and then I will add a crystal or a butterfly. I'll see which one hops out to me the most. So I'm going to get you a little storyline here using the dice. I'm going to line everything up. Okay. All right. So first one is the number one. So come from a foundation, your root foundation. Like, do any grounding activities that help you ground your physical form, Roxanne, and then opening your heart space to notice where you belong, but also being in the right vibe for you in particular. Noticing if your body feels like, if your body feels grounded in where you are, like, and where you belong. Deanna says, in the event, or is there a group I need to join? Is Chiron's study group is the group that we're in, Deanna. Okay. So this is the group that we're doing these live the card readings from. Okay, so Roxanne, ground in your physical form. So do some activity that helps you connect with your physical form and where your body really loves being and belonging. And then by doing that, what I'm getting is this is where you're in the I Ching. It says great good fortune. This is Jupiter. Oh, this crazy little camera. So that's Jupiter. So this will allow you to expand and out into the world better by coming back to the foundation of who you are and being in your physical form. And great good fortune comes forward from that. And so things just going well. It feels like I need to look at the energy of Jupiter. Hang on just a second. The energy of Jupiter, expansion, higher learning, philosophic nature. So expanding your awareness. Maybe there's something that you need to learn or to look at or study or be with, and connecting to spirit. And then being open to receive. So this is a number 6, being open to receive and receiving balance from doing that, specifically balance in your relationships. And then this will bring organization and structure to whatever it is. This is Capricorn. To whatever you're doing and furthering balance in your life and being open and receptive to receiving that balance. So let me go back and do a quick little storyline. So grounding in your physical form and beefing up your root chakra, like do any root chakra work and opening your heart space, noticing where you belong, and then expanding out from that love in your heart, connecting with spirit, higher awareness, your higher self, being open and receptive to receiving balance in your relationships, particularly relationship with yourself, with God's source, and then others. The suggestion is that this will help bring structure from whatever you're learning in your life, and even more receiving balance in your relationships, like that will be increased, is what I'm getting from that. And then I'm going to add a little transformational butterfly. Let's see. Let me notice any impressions for that. Oh, look, the camera decided to do that for us. How darling. You know, what's coming through is notice where you might be upside down with anything in your life, Roxanne, and ground yourself. So that goes with the cards. Yeah, but noticing anywhere that you might be feeling upside down, like trying to do stuff backwards. Roxanne said, lots of decisions I'm in the process of trying to figure out. Yeah, the camera did focus on it for just a moment. But the thing that I'm getting is notice where you're trying to do things back to front instead of front to back. And see if that might be helpful. Yeah. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay. Hopefully that was helpful. And yes, there will be a replay, so watch the replay if your computer was buffering or whatever, and you missed any of it. So the whole thing, because the whole thing will be on Facebook. Okay. Next is Jennifer, Jen Star. Jennifer, have you been able to stay on the call still? Roxanne says, thank you so much. So much. You're so welcome, Roxanne. I'm glad you're able to be on here with us. So then after Jennifer's, we'll do Maris's, because Maris is in Europe and she's not able to make this time. Okay, beautiful. So Jennifer, do you have any specific ones of these cards or anything that we've been playing with here that you're drawn to most for your reading? This one right here? I'll wait for you to reply. This one right here with the dragonflies on it. Okay, very good. So this is Rosie Aronson Wisdom Keeper deck. Let me see right here. So you can, it should be available on Amazon, okay? And there's also a coloring book that goes with it. So if you're really delighting in pictures, let me show you the coloring book. Coloring book. 64 Faces of Awakening, and each one of the pictures that she's drawn for each one of the cards is in here. I just copy them out of the book. Yeah, I copy them out of the book, so I'm not coloring in the book, and then color them after I've copied it out. So if my children or anyone, you know, that I might be having an activity, then we can copy them out. Yeah, those pictures, I think they're like big, huge, like 3-foot tall pictures that she did. She just very delightful images. Okay, so if everyone would like to join me in sending Jennifer some love and light, holding her in a space of light, let me do her card reading. Okay. The Gene Key of Perseverance. This is number 38. Here, I'm going to put that piece of paper behind it because that seems to work really well so that the camera will focus. This is a beautiful picture. So let me see what impressions I have coming just by pulling this out. I don't know if the camera is not focusing even with the white paper behind it. Perseverance. There we go. Let's see. So Jennifer, are you drawn to any tribal, like, have you done any studying? This is the question that's coming through, is connecting with tribal energy. And notice how she's got that ring of beads around her face, like just picturing herself and how she's decorated herself there. Protecting her throat chakra. This word perseverance on the gate 38. Yeah, gate 38 implies standing up for your individuality. Okay, beautiful. This almost feels like Aboriginal tribe, not necessarily African tribal, but it's almost like a blending of the two. Maybe consider sitting in meditation this evening and connecting with this energy flow. Let me see if I can get, what is that there on, It's like there's a reaching up of energy on the nose. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm hoping the camera will decide. There we go. It almost gives the suggestion of a tree reaching up, but then it starts from somewhat of a water type energy, but then moves up as flaming energy up to her pineal gland. There's a star there and reaching up like almost like an igniting energy. And also it kind of gives on her cheeks like the phoenix, the rising phoenix energy. What I'm getting is, I'm going to look at the gift. So she's got a reading book. There is a small one that comes in with the pack, but it's a little bit difficult to read because it's small. So I bought the book, the larger book that goes with it. The gate 38 has to do with standing up for the rights of the individual, number one, for oneself, because this is in the individual circuitry. Jennifer says, yes, haha, I'm Pisces Suns with Aries rising. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. Okay, so the gift frequency is perseverance. So you want to activate the gift of perseverance in your life. Here's a quote from Richard Rudd in here. It says, over time, through perseverance, love, and trust, you will eventually attain victory and experience your own divinity. And also, like, it's fighting the good fight, fighting the good fight for yourself and your own individuality, but you don't want to end up shadow boxing. So you want to make sure you're following your strategy and your authority and your human design life chart, your body graph for who you are. Because you don't want to just fight with yourself, right? You want to express your individuality, which this individual in the picture here is definitely doing. So the gift section that Rosie has created for this image, it says, I am here to call out the sacred warrior in you. It's time to persevere, to be the heroic underdog. So rise above whatever's been happening. Do not give up the struggle. Just be sure that you're fighting the right fight. Obstacles are a natural part of life. They are here to test your commitment, hone your abilities, increase your aliveness, and unleash your life purpose. It is time to embrace your defeats. Let them make you stronger, more resilient, and supple. You have the potential to turn a battle into a dance, to empower the people you love to liberate themselves from victimization. When you fight for love, not fear, everyone wins. There is no need to overthink or worry about appearing foolish. Now go find a cause you can pour your whole heart, body, and soul into. So contemplation questions, let me see which one hops out here. like maybe do some journaling or meditating on this question. It says, do you tend to fight the wrong fights and the wrong people? Think of a time you persevered and you were glad you did. How did the experience feel? What did it require of you? Okay, so the question again, do you tend to fight the wrong things and the wrong people? And think of a time you persevered and you were glad that you did. Okay. All right, it feels like I'm going to get one of these physical action cards for you to ground that in. Dancing is suggested in Rosie's message here for this gate or gene key. Okay. Nice. Talk with a tree. Talk with a tree. Okay. That kind of goes with that image that's there on her nose in the middle, doesn't it? Wow. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I feel a sneeze coat on. I don't know if it'll actually happen or not. All right. Okay, beautiful, Jennifer. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a reading for Maris. Thank you everyone for being here. You're so welcome. Yeah. So let's send Maris some love and light. It's the middle of the night for her, so she's probably sleeping. Hopefully she's resting well. She has children, so. Let me get a gratitude card and inquiry question for her. This one right here. And the question inquiry card is, what am I looking for? I love these colors. They feel amazing. So first thing that comes out to me is make sure you're grounding yourself in your inner vision. And that vision ultimately or ideally would be a heart opening. So let's see which gratitude card comes out. What am I looking for? Heart opening space, grounding in your inner vision, and then diving into that, Maris. Okay. I know you're a mom. Children can draw us away from, as mothers, what truly enlivens us as an individual. So maybe take some me time. No, this goes in line with that. My inner wisdom. So there's very grounding, but blending up into the creative energies here. Let me look at the message. It says, I count myself as a valuable, insightful, and objective observer of life. Looking at my life and my situation, I applaud my capacity for wise choices, discerning action. I am more clear-eyed and perceptive than I have often thought. So what's coming to me regarding that, Maris, is trust your inner wisdom and trust the times when you have made decisions from your inner clarity, like your inner vision, and trust that vision and what's coming when that happens. Like, it feels like there's been times where you've set aside that part of yourself, and this is an invitation to reconnect with your inner vision, your inner wisdom, things that you've learned, your first intuitive hit, and notice what that is for you, and start trusting that clarity within yourself. I'm going to grab crystal for you. This one. This one, this is blue lace agate, and notice it's kind of got that indigo color to it. So more third eye, connecting with your inner vision. So maybe sit in meditation, do some journaling. Notice what your inner vision shows you and guides you towards. So, okay, my dears. All right. So thank you everyone for being here with us this evening. And hopefully this has been helpful, even with doing other people's readings. And thank you for holding the space, loving space for everyone on the call. Jennifer says, one of my favorite stones. Yeah, this one just feels really comforting. And it's like, it's got transparency to it. So if it'll, I don't know if it will. Yeah, there it goes. The camera doesn't do it justice by any means, but yeah, it feels very comforting. Catherine says, all the readings supported the gates pulled today. Yep, very good. Yep, it did. Thank you, Catherine, for that insight. Because we had, let's revisit that first message. We had nurturing and nourishing, and then we moved towards the gate of grace. So yes, I agree. And even when we talked about the fire moving up and reaching up, so, and yeah, very good. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to set that here. I don't want to fiddle with that right now. All right, so just a quick reminder, Linda's quantum wellness class is tomorrow afternoon, so check in the group for the time. The times show your own time zone, and then that's in the afternoons, early afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe, is Linda's thing. She does the gene keys, and she has beautiful wisdom that she is here to share in the group as one of the moderators. And then Friday morning, we will have one more human design and gene key study group. We went through the gates in Sagittarius up to gates 11 and 26. So we'll have one more human design and gene key study group session on Friday morning, and then I'll be taking a pause. I don't know if it'll be indefinite or not, but for now, I'm being invited by Spirit to go ahead and take a pause on that for a little bit. Stephanie has expressed that she might hop on and lead a study group, so just keep an eye out in the events in the group and see if Stephanie decides to hop on and do a little bit of study group with you on Friday mornings. Then Friday evening is Namaste Today with Christopher Witecki. Live on YouTube is what I would suggest doing. And then next week, Oracle readings at my time is Mountain Time, so 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So that will be 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's been very fun and hopefully been very supportive for you where you're at in your life right now. And also, I'm excited to say that I'm finally getting my reading set up for human design readings so that you, of course, can request an instantaneous chart. And also, I'm setting up readings that you'll be able to purchase and download and not need to wait for me for a live consultation. Of course, you can connect with me and book time with me, but you'll be able to purchase some readings that I'm preparing right now on my new website. So look out for announcements regarding that, and any progress. I will post progress as I go along. So you all have a lovely evening, and thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you soon. Okay.